What's up? I am back and I'm here to record another race to 7, a 4-ball match. I really want to have to master this before I move on, until it gets to a point where it's comfortable and I can do it on a regular basis without feeling like I'm really struggling for it. Once again, I'm working on Centerball mastery, using more imagination, which is where you're kind of like imagining how hard you're hitting the ball and how hard it's going to come off the first rail. That's been really helping a lot. Your brain automatically thinks, oh, you want it that hard. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. Kind of tapping into that subconscious memory thing. Really highly encouraged. The better I get, I feel like I'm realizing more what to put into each pre-shot routine and what to put into each shot. All right, so let's get this going. Otherwise, I'll just talk forever about pool, you know? I could seriously just keep going because I see so many spiritual things in pool. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm always afraid I'm going to bore people with my stupid talk. So this is a race to 7. Once again, I get ball in hand. Dropped balls stay down. If the 9 ball goes down, then I don't consider it a win and I put it back on the spot. And me thinking, analyzing. Someone made a really good comment in my last one about entering the line of the shot. And this is a concept that I'm familiar with, but I wasn't thinking about it for certain shots. And so thank you, Joe. Thanks, Joe, for that. You constantly need to be reminded of what you're doing because when you're shooting, you're only thinking about one thing. By the way, when I start these matches, I'm really nervous. I'm pretty nervous at almost every match, the beginning of every match. And it takes me a while to get into flow. Yeah, so I'm nervous. Simple side pocket shot that I couldn't even perform. So it's 1-0 ghost. Hope you guys like my little beads up there. So I thought it was a cute little graphic that reminds me of my Amsterdam pool career beginnings. Oof. Ugh. Missing a ball in hand. Missing a ball in hand makes me feel like I just started pool again. That 3 ball is kind of tricky because you could combo it, but it's a kind of an awkward. If you look at the overhead shot, it's actually looks really awkward because the main camera makes it look pretty straight. And I didn't want to have to go past the side pocket for the 1 ball. So I figured I'd give myself a little angle, come back out for the 2, and then try to hit the corner for the 3. Hey, my defense, I had a good position for the 2. But of course, if I made the 2, if I made the 1, then I'd be a different position. But yeah. And that was me just proving to myself what my plan was and making sure that, it was okay. But if you just make the shot, it'd be better. I gotta say, I have a mini pet peeve. People who are like, they marvel at what great position they got on a missed shot, but at the same time, if they made the shot, they would be in a completely different position because either they hit too hard or they hit too thin. And that's one of those like steering things where your brain knows that you can't make this and make that position, so you sacrifice one for the other subconsciously. And I want to be able to tell them, yeah, but if you made it, then you wouldn't be there. So, and that's one of those areas where should I tell them? Should I burst their bubble or should I not? Or yeah, pool's kind of tricky. there's a lot of ego riding on it, so I have to practice a little bit of what do you call that? Smart social behaviors. Fortunately, I made the 3-ball on this break. I'm going to count that. So the 129 is a pretty simple, straightforward run from here. I left myself a slight angle on the 2 so that I could come back around the other side for the 9. Maybe a little less angle. No, this is pretty good. If I left less angle, then I would have had to kind of hit that 2 a little firmer. So that's a strategy. And I kind of had to, that was toying with the side pocket there. Maybe, although if I hit it with a little more bottom and a little more outside, that would have been risking coming on the other side of the 9 and having a thin cut. Those are some areas of strategy that I need to get more familiar with. The ideal angle and what I can do and what I can't do. But it's nice to know that you're improving. You know what I mean? Those shots I've been practicing, and I left myself the worst angle on this 9-ball, so I had to put extra concentration on it. That was not good. And my arm kind of moved weird there too. I kind of did a little pickup with my stroke. So I sacrificed action on the cue ball there, which is not a good thing. Luckily, because I'm such an excellent pocket maker, I made that 9-ball without scratching. But I don't want to be in that kind of position. That's a really terrible position to be in. And I think this is like the 3rd time that I pocketed a ball on the break, which is good normally, but the purpose of this is to exercise 4-ball runouts in a pressure situation. So at the same time, I was kind of thinking here, like, I don't want that. I'm trying to exercise patterns here, not necessarily to win. Nice and clean into the corner pocket. Good job, Nancy. All I need to do is give this a little bit of a stun with the roll forward. And I'll be perfect for the 9. Ooh, maybe I could have come off that rail a little bit better. Rail shots are just, I don't like rail shots. Kaha, kaha. Like I thought that would happen, but sometimes you're so focused on the shot that you don't think about it. Being obsessed with pocketing tends to blindside you to other things. There's a lot of psychology in this game. I got a Vietnamese coffee here, left over from yesterday, and which means it's really strong and really sweet. It's very good, but I can only have so much of it. Here, I was trying to get close to the 2. I got close, but that was dangerously close. If I moved 2 inches more, then that would have been a really difficult shot and a difficult reach. So I kind of messed it up there. But those stunned controlled cue ball, speed controlled things are things that things that I just started working on a few months ago, and I'm still working on it. This is a shot. This is a good shot for, this is a simple setup for like fours and fives out there. It's pretty easy to do and it looks so complicated, but when you get it, it looks so good. Because the long rail cushions you from having to worry too much about speed control. So as long as you hit it in the right spot on the cue ball, you're pretty much guaranteed a good position. Oh yeah, go me. Tied, 4-4 against the ghost. Ugh. Another ball on the break. I think after this, I changed my breaking position because I didn't want to make a ball on the break. Should probably moving that rack there, but it's not that much in the way. Yeah. I want to leave myself angle there. You could also leave yourself angle on the other side, but then you'd have to reach for it. So I left myself there. I could have gotten closer by adding a little bit more right or adding just a touch more draw, but I didn't want to risk the shot. It's another area that I want to work on. There you go. Yeah. See, I'm breaking from the center now. This one's pretty straightforward, I think. Side, side. I mean, corner, side, side, corner. I'm starting to love side pocket shots because there's so much you could do. That 2 and the 3 are in beautiful positions where you can do a lot of things. Because a pocket has like an extra, like, I think it was like an inch of side that you could, so you could cheat the pocket in more ways than you could with the corner. And if you could, yeah, go me, go me. So with that extra side on the, with that extra size on the side pockets, it opens up a world of controlled stun shots, going one rail to the short rail and back. There's a lot of things you can do. I used to hate side pockets. I used to hate them because aiming them was kind of stressful and unfamiliar. And it didn't feel safe because the corner pocket kind of leads towards the corner, but the side pocket is just kind of like, it easily spits it back out. But once you get it, love side pocket shots. You know those like thin 8-ball shots into the side, last ball pockets into the side, or a fuller shot to the corner where you have a kind of a cut angle? I tend to go for the side pockets, the thin shots onto the side, just because I feel more comfortable with it. This was ugly. I'm not counting that because when you chalk your cue and miscue, that's your fault. But what I am going to do is I'm going to revisit this shot, so that, because you gotta master it, and make sure that your pattern is accurate. The pattern of physics in your head is accurate to how actual physics works. And that's a big part of pool too. Because sometimes in your head, your mind plays tricks on you about what is possible, but it's not. Oh yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not counting that one, but I had to reaffirm. keep hitting that. I keep breaking it on the right. I got to work on breaks too. That is not an ideal angle. I wanted to come back a little bit more, a little straighter, so that that 9 ball wasn't a threat. But now it is. Ooh, barely made it. I barely did not hit that 9, and I barely pocketed the 2. Dangerous. I intentionally hit that 3 a little fuller so that the cue ball wouldn't run away from me. That's another steering thing you got to be careful of. Woof! Good job, me! Good job, me! Yeah! Yeah! You gotta congratulate yourself. You gotta congratulate yourself. So that was my victory. I think I shall be moving on to 5 ball from here. I think I did a fairly good job. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but and I'm eager to move on. And if 5 balls kick me in the butt, then so be it. Can only grow from there, right? I think that to get there, I need to think more about center ball, getting closer to the next ball with center ball, speed control with stun shots. What else is there? There's a brief thing I want to talk about that I see happen in a lot of other players that are pretty good at pocketing, is that they tend to overthink. They try too hard to think too much about setting up for the next shot, and they kind of screw themselves up by not giving themselves the speed cushion or thinking about the speed cushion, which is understandable because this is it's a concept that you kind of have to just kind of realize one day when you're playing. I totally had this problem when I was trying to grow because they're still in that mindset about like, can I make this next pocket? To those people, I would say, experiment. Like, don't think too hard. Just leave yourself enough that you can confidently make it. That was a game changer for me. So that was it. Thank you for listening to me rant about my stupid little, silly little pool journey there. I want to keep pushing forward, kick more butt, get better, and learn more. Thanks again. Peace, and keep shooting.